Welcome to another episode of The Fellowship of Eventing. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, are the best people on the planet, Anonymous Alex and Jenna. How are y'all this week?
Yeah.
I have a very serious question for you.
Yeah, me too.
Were you just talking to Austin before this?
No.
He's watching The Fellowship of the Ring at this very moment while we record
Oh.
this. And he quizzed me on, well, first of all, he incorrectly quoted something, which I then corrected him on after he just watched it. And then he asked me, how far into the movie am I? And I was only off by 3 minutes to the timestamp. So now this is a conspiracy to me.
No, I had no idea.
Okay.
I like how you're trying to change the subject from your attempted murder of me.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait, when? What?
When did this happen?
Yeah, when did
It's
this happen?
Still happening.
Oh,
As I
your
am
sinus
dealing-
infection?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Your sinus infection.
Listen,
welcome.
That is now, yeah.
I don't want to
now
hear it
latched
from
onto me.
you, sir, as I sound like this, and people have to deal with that.
That was a
But
gift?
I just want to say that the root cause of all of this is Alex,
You're welcome.
who we've hung out with twice in the past 2 weeks and decided to attempt to murder us.
The worst of the sinus infection was in between hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. If
So,
that helps.
okay, it's entirely possible that all of this could have originated with you. It is also equally possible that it could have originated with a work summit that I was at where everyone did get COVID. Spoiler alert. Just found that out. Or the fact that we did go to a convention as well. So it's
Where
really...
we spoke for 12 plus hours a day.
Yeah.
For 4 days straight, basically.
Yeah.
Are you telling me I have the con crud?
It's entirely possible that you have con crud. Me, I just have really bad allergies. Can't you tell?
No, I don't believe that. I think that you have also acted as a mediary. Mediary?
No.
Middleman.
No,
as
my-
a middleman in Alex's attempt.
I'm going to say something really bold right now.
Oh, do it.
I think, Tim, this wouldn't be an issue if you would stop sticking your fingers in my ears and nose.
Oh, hey, you know what? She's got a fucking point, Tim.
You know what? Would you ask a bird not to fly or a fish not to swim? No, you wouldn't. I've never successfully given you what Willie.
It's
by the
true.
way. I've
You've
come
never
close.
succeeded. I just really wanted to call you out before you successfully got there.
I've been close on multiple occasions, but I've yet to actually successfully pull one off.
The closest I think you ever got that I am aware of was when we were walking into an escape room in Schaumburg, and I don't even know why I reacted, but I ninja slapped your hand.
You just knew it was coming.
I sensed
There
it.
was one time when I almost did it in an Uber ride, and Alex did end up holding my finger hostage
Yeah,
for
that's
the
true.
entire Uber ride to
Yeah.
make sure that I could not do it.
I think that's what destroyed my Uber rating.
For like 20 minutes, we were the weirdest thing in New Orleans.
That's saying something.
I know.
Did we read a book this time?
Listen, I don't want to shock anybody, but I read a book for sure.
I read a book too. A hardcover book.
Did you get a physical copy of the book?
fancy.
Do you get physical copies every time?
Yeah.
I started doing physical copies, but now I realize that the Kindle will read it to me.
Yeah.
So that's just been more effective with work schedules.
I've done Kindle for some of the Gone series, but I still have the physical books. I just listen to it on Kindle to help,
Yeah. So what book did we read, Jenna?
Oh, fuck. I didn't write down the name of the book. I think it was called Pack Trip.
It was called Pack
Yay.
Trip. What happened in Pack Trip?
You want me to tell you?
I do.
I'll fucking tell you. And everybody, I'm so sorry. You have to deal with this. I may cough. I may do something. I'm so sorry. I'm fighting for my goddamn life here. All right.
Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
I blame mold. We're going straight to the wild, wild west. Courtesy of Carol's dad, an invite from Kate Devine, and $500 of Veronica D'Angelo's daddy's money. The whole Saddle Club is back together to go on a pack trip with Eli and Jeannie, and some greenhorn dudes named John, Seth, and Amy. And in true Amy fashion, this new Amy doesn't seem to grasp that the world doesn't revolve around her. She immediately starts doing dangerous things like making her horse lope when the rest of the group was walking in a straight fucking line down a narrow goddamn path, and diving into unknown pools of water after being told explicitly fucking not to. Along the trail, the group splits up and does a scavenger hunt where, I shit you not, Carol uses her own tooth for one of the list items, and I was like, yeah, girl, get it. While Carol, Kate, Christine, and John are busy pulling Carol's tooth, Stevie, Lisa, and Seth are busy losing the game, the whole ass game, thanks to the fact that Amy fell off of a branch and, quote-unquote, hurt her ankle badly enough that she claimed to be unable to make it back to camp, ensuring that someone would have to come and look for them. Somehow, though, miraculously, Amy's ankle was all better by the next morning, but only after her team had made and served breakfast to everyone else. And the whole crew were able to ride out and continue the trip all the way up and back down the mountain. Since things can never be simple and drama-free when an Amy is involved, and since they already had a barnfire book, it's time for a wildfire. That's right. On the way back down the mountain, Carol and John notice that the horses are acting funny and follow their gaze to see a fire close by. The whole crew start frantically packing up, but Amy decides her ankle is too injured to help again, and they cut things way too close for comfort with the fire getting ever closer. The whole time Amy is being extra, Lisa has decided that she needs to save Amy's brother Seth by helping him with his pain-in-the-ass sister's every whim. Luckily, the crew make it out of the forest fire and to the bank of an idyllic lake where they swim and frolic and play like they hadn't just almost been cooked alive. Except Amy and Seth, whose clothes got left behind and burned up in the fire because they were too busy being fucking idiots. The group notice a plane flying overhead, and Eli surmises that it must be the authorities looking for them. So Stevie choreographs the group into an elaborate technical swim to spell out the letters OK in the water so the pilot will know that they're good. Soon after, Seth and Amy's father arrives in a helicopter to take the brats home, and everyone continues their fun and has s'mores and makes it home safe. Oh, and the Saddle Club comes up with a way to get Stevie out of her book report on Robinson Crusoe that she promised her parents that she would do so she could just go on this trip. And that's everything that happened in this book. Probably.
So, I have concerns.
All right.
It is book 17 of what is, I think, a 3,000 book series. It's a lot of them. Roughly. And we've already fought wildfires and horse criminals. I don't know where you can go from here. There has to be an alien book, right? Like, it has to happen.
There must be.
There's gotta be.
Should we Google it?
No, we have to be surprised. I'm just speculating. I'm also wondering about what happens when the Saddle Club are trapped in a dome and all the adults mysteriously vanish from that dome.
That's like every goddamn book.
I don't know if it's every book.
Are there ever any adults in any of these situations?
Oh, I see your point now. I thought you meant it was every book that we were reading on Animorphs Anonymous right now called Gone.
Oh,
but
no. I mean, like, every Saddle Club book is just them getting trapped in a situation where there should be adults, but there are not adults.
This is true. Also, I have one request. We have made plans to go to Dragon Con, and we have made plans to stay with a group of 8 people, which is exactly the number we need to spell out okay.
Oh, shit.
So what I would like to do is get somebody to stand on a second floor while we spell out okay on a first floor and get a picture taken of this.
It must be done.
Dream.
Will there be enough floor space for that sort of endeavor?
Well, we'll have to work it out. We'll have to work it out.
We can make this happen. I trust and believe in us.
I believe in us. I don't believe in other people.
We might get stepped on.
We're probably going to get stepped on, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any, like, part of the letter you want to be, ideally?
No, I'm fine with whatever.
I mean, same.
These stories are getting very aggressive.
I kind of want to be the upper left corner of the O.
That's a good corner.
Yeah.
O's don't have corners.
Well,
But,
you know what I mean. Quadrant.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Fucking parsec. Nerd.
Also, I thought that the character of Amy and the character of Seth were not the characters that I expected to show up in Saddle Club. And I thought they were a good introduction for children to shitty people.
Mm-hmm.
And they were almost written right, is the way I felt about it. I was like, this is so close to being, like, really playing above its age group for, like, life lessons for kids about manipulators and whatnot.
So, like, what was it lacking?
I don't know. I don't. It just felt like a little off. Like, it felt a little bit like Bonnie was mad at some family member and decided to make a character out of a couple of the family members. Like, she's got a really, really needy sister-in-law or something, and her brother, or not brother, her sister-in-law's spouse, or however that would shake out, would be like an enabler for that. And she was like, I'm so mad at them, I'm going to write about them in Pack Trip, and there's going to be a forest fire. And I was like, man, it was so close. And then Lisa, like, maybe it just felt rushed to me, Lisa's realization that she was being taken advantage of. Like, there wasn't enough.
I was shocked in the opposite direction.
Oh, okay. Well, what was your take on it?
Like, I never thought that one of these books would have it end with the moral of the story being, they're shitty people, don't talk to them, instead of, like, we're going to heal their horses and their hearts, and they're going to realize that as children of divorce, they can still function as people in the world.
But isn't that the more honest, better answer, is that these people are toxic and they need to be either, I don't want to say removed from your life.
Yeah. No, you should cut them out of your life. But, like, this is a children's book in the 90s.
Yeah.
That is not like Animorphs. So I super thought the moral was going to be like...
And they had the Drake Merwin conversation that we had last night on Animorphs Anonymous. When they were like, you know, this is.
I think you're maybe blowing it out of proportion. Drake Merwin is a literal killer psychopath that takes pleasure out of whipping people.
Sorry, hang on. Maybe we should talk about this and explain it to the people who haven't gotten to this point.
So Drake Merwin Drake Merwin in the book series Gone, at the point that we are at right now, he is a child that was always sadistic, always like he liked the torturing, beating people up aspect of it for that and not for the power, which is why he made a great second in command to the guy who was after power. Drake then merged with the darkness in the series, which granted him this giant tentacle whip hand that he can use to whip people. And he's trying to kind of become like his own entity power person right now. So he's taken a guy hostage and he's having a lot of trouble keeping him in line because he oscillates between just like whipping him mercilessly and then being like, hey, buddy, but you want to stick with me, right? It's not going well. But the guy is like a sadistic psycho killer the whole time. And we have no backstory, no reason why, no justification for his behavior, no reasons as to how he turned out this way. So he is just like straight up an evil dude. There's no gray right now. He's just one box of the exact same evil.
And the conversation we had was, so he's full evil. He's full tilt evil, right? Does it change your opinion of his full tilt evil if you get a backstory, like a tragic backstory that led him down this path? And so I was thinking about that today when they were like, Amy is shitty. But also, she's had a hard life. She's had this happen to her. And I'm like, but it doesn't change that she's shitty.
Yeah. Like a lot. Like one of them even says, yeah, a lot of people's parents are divorced.
Yeah.
Get and over it.
That was my conversation about Drake was, he's awful. And does it make him less awful if you find out that he's had a bad backstory? And my take was, like, no, he's still terrible, right? And like I know we had the conversation like you can't throw people away. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe you don't like it's a tough line to figure out. When are you going to be a positive influence on other people, and when are they going to be a negative influence on you? And so like I don't know how to tell people how to walk that line. I don't know how to walk that line. So, but it was an interesting take. Just, I think we are kind of saying the same thing, Alex, that it was an interesting take for a book in the 90s. And it was like, it felt like a little bit ahead of its time. But only in, like, it just felt like it didn't quite get there, though, to me. Like, it, like, almost had it.
I mean, what landing was there to stick, though? Like, they got taken out of the situation. They never redeemed themselves. Like, where else could we have explored, really?
So, I guess I'm not really talking about the ending of it as much as the actual actions of it. Like, what I get is Lisa saying, hey, I'm going to go hang out with these people. And everybody's saying, man, they're a terrible influence on you. And I'm like, what? How? Like, what did they really do? Like, I didn't really catch much of that.
I guess that's true. Because, like, I kept reading it as, like, you're right. They kept saying they're a bad influence on you. Yeah. I kept reading it more as, like, that's their words. But what they're trying to say is, like, they're just shitty to hang out. Like, they're manipulating you and you are not seeing it yet. Yeah, and, like, they just didn't use the correct vocabulary to say that.
Because they're children. One of them just lost her freaking last baby tooth.
You didn't see the actual manipulation. You just got told that they were manipulative more than anything else.
Well, I think that's true in Seth's case. I don't think that's true in Amy's case. Like, yes, Amy, we saw it.
And I saw more Amy's using Seth than I did anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then they would make, like, hints at it and stuff. And then, like, at the end, they're like, Amy came over and asked for Carol's jeans, and Carol's like, I don't have any. And Carol didn't feel bad about lying. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that's the takeaway either. Like,
I wouldn't give that punk my pants.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, it still didn't sound like it was a weird moral lesson that it's okay to lie to people if they're bad.
I think it's just meaning, like, it's the inverse of, like, the fish with the shiny scales. You don't have to give your shit away. It doesn't make you a bad person to keep your stuff.
Yeah.
No, and again, fair.
Yeah, and it's very much like you don't have to let people walk all over you. Period.
But not the message I would have thought we would have gotten in Saddle Club. in
No.
the 90s.
Not at all.
Man, are you kidding me? Some of these have been weirdly line-teetery.
Line-teetery.
Yeah, line-teetery. I mean, the horse-napped one, where it's like, oh, Veronica, we should save her to show how much better than her we are. Instead of, like, we should tell somebody that she's missing.
Yeah.
That's fair. I guess I wrote that one off as like childhood justifications as opposed to like a moral that was kind of genuinely worthwhile. Like, I guess I imposed my values of their morals instead of thinking of the overall coherent batshitness of some of the series.
I also, like, I think I'm surprised at the turn that Saddle Club has taken. I think I had some preconceived notions about what we were going to get out of this book, and it's been a little bit different than I thought we were going to get.
What were you hoping for?
Well,
Sorry,
I don't
Jenna,
even think I would
interrupted you.
No, I want
even
this.
think I would call it hoping. I think I just assumed that it would be the same lessons over and over again, and it would be the same stuff that we were used to seeing when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Clear right and clear wrong, and it would all be that stuff that was sort of baked into us without that, like, gray area in between. But this was a lot deeper than, even though it was like a superficial, like, look at a deeper thing. I mean, that's a weird way to phrase that, but that's how it felt. It felt like, hey, we're going to take 10 minutes and talk about manipulative people real quick. And you're like, well, that's a big topic, and it's going to require a lot. And you're like, no, 10-minute look at it will be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, this is also like, there's so many of these books. So maybe having that little 10-minute look into it now will pay off later in the series when something else happens, and they'll be like, you remember that bitch Amy, though.
Yeah. I gotta wonder if this is the last time we're gonna see Amy and Seth.
I have no idea.
It's gotta be.
I mean, probably, right?
Can I say something, though? Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Hot take? Maybe? Probably not.
Yeah.
I side with their dad, though. Like, you just made it out of a fire and then you stayed there? You didn't bring these children back to a safe area?
Okay, I don't know that I can say that I agree with the dad. Because the dad did say, I can't believe you would take my kids near a place where there's a forest fire. And you're like, I didn't plan the forest fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had kind of nothing to do with me.
I also don't put it past Amy to have started that forest fire, but I'm just saying.
I thought for sure it was going to be Amy.
I did too.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was probably Dabs and Lunder. God, words. Lumber.
I don't know that one went better.
I just assume everything was Dabs and Lumber.
Yeah.
Which is an evil corporate entity from Animorphs.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Everybody's got to know that listens to this podcast.
I'm sure every single person. There's going to be one day somebody that like found this podcast, like dearest Olivia here, through means of horses and not Animorphs. And they're going to be like, why the fuck don't I understand half the shit these people say?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There's one more thought I had about the dad while we were there. I'm so sorry. I loved that Carol specified that he was evil specifically because he spooked the horses with his helicopter.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
that is an unforgivable crime.
Like not that they were like in a small area where that was the only place to land his big fancy helicopter, but damn him for spooking those horses.
That motherfucker.
That asshole.
How many of these books have y'all already read?
I haven't read a lot, and there are some, like, I read a few not in order.
I didn't read a single one in order. I would just grab a book. So I have.
Yeah, I know that I've read
no
like
idea.
$1 Million Horse, and that's one of the later ones, like super later ones.
Is that the one where the horse goes boxing and then has the neck injury?
And they can't put him in a corner.
Yeah.
Would you say you've read a lot of them, though, Alex?
Probably like over 10, less than 20.
Oh, okay. So not a lot of them, then.
Not a lot. Like, a lot of them in that there's a number that I feel is pretty high for a series, but like in the grand scheme of how many of these books there are, I think they said like,
And there's like
there's like 115 or something like that.
that, and then there's spin-offs too. There's the ponytail stuff. I think there's another one. It's insanity.
We're going to be doing these forever.
Forever.
What's the pony Pokemon?
Ponyta?
So what about Ponyta Tales? We could write Ponyta
I would
Tales.
read that.
It would be a horse girl's Pokemon book.
I would read that.
I'm pretty sure that's like, if you just use the episode with Ponyta evolving into Rapidash as the jumping off point, like you'd be there. It's pretty much a Horse Girls episode. We should watch that for
We
this.
should absolutely fucking watch that for this. That is a great idea.
It sounds awesome.
Cue it up.
Let's do it.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
I think we should go into horse news.
I'm so glad you think that. Because I got real weird with it this week.
Well, hold on. Before you do any horse news, there were a couple that we were going to get updates on, and I was going to see if there were any updates in the stories.
Oh, okay.
There's the Charlotte Desjardins.
No updates that I've seen come through.
Okay. I haven't seen any either.
Yeah.
And then there were the Schwarzkopf horses.
Oh, the Przewalski horses?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, the test came back in on Fiona and 100% Przewalski horse. And I think it's Przewalski is how it's actually pronounced, but I just kept going the way that I've always said it. But yeah, she is confirmed. I think the DNA test is back on Shrek now, like as of this week, but I have not dug into that one. But like, yeah, it's legit. Absolutely.
And then
legit.
we're still looking for 2 more.
Well, they probably went through the slaughter pipeline and are no more. Unfortunately. But potentially, sure. There could be 2 more mares.
I wish I hadn't asked now.
I'm sorry.
No, you did the right thing. You told me the truth.
I will always tell you the truth, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't candy coat it for me.
I didn't.
It's the only way I'm going to grow.
Are you not grown enough?
Oh, do we ever stop growing?
I'd like to stop.
I mean, Jenna did when she was like in like 3rd grade, but
Just my arms and legs, you son of a bitch. I got to it before you. So you couldn't do it. How's that feel? You like that?
okay.
Jerk. Meanie.
Okay, so where are we at with horse news then?
Yeah.
Did you know that ice cream made of mare's milk is better for you than other types of ice cream?
Nope, we're not. Nope. You could have said anything. It could have been anywhere. I know
It
that
could have
you
been
said that you
anything.
were going weird with it. I know that you said that, and
I did.
still wasn't prepared. All right, keep going.
Yeah, it was just really exciting. So there's a lot of reasons why they've been doing research in this in +1, which is really wild. But yeah, they've just been researching this shit, and it turns out that ice cream from horse milk from mares is way better for you than cow's milk because the consistency of horse milk is a lot closer to human milk. And so it like makes your stomach feel better. The protein makeups are more similar, and it reduces inflammation and benefits your gut health.
The thing that I am looking for from ice cream is not its closeness to human milk.
I was about to say, I feel like that should have made me feel better on some level, and it made me feel way worse. Like, it got weirder.
Before you, like, kept going, I'm sitting... Oh, God.
I don't know how to...
None of these things are better. None of these things are better. I'm sitting here thinking, like, before you get into it, I'm thinking, like, I don't know why it weirds me out. It shouldn't weird me out.
Man, it does, though.
I eat, like, cow's milk ice cream, and that's fine. I eat goat's milk ice cream, and it's fine. So I should be okay with this. And then you kept going and said the things that you said, and now I'm never going to experience this because that is fucking weird.
But Jenna, let me read this one quote. This one will convince you. I'm sure of it.
Oh, no.
All ice creams were deemed to have a high overall sensory quality.
Okay, Alex. All right. I hope they put that right on the fucking carton. These ice creams have a high overall sensory quality.
No. What would you do? What would you do?
If your son was crying at home all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry and the only way to feed him is sleep with a man for a little bit of money because your dad's gone somewhere smoking pot now and out of lockdown. I don't gotcha.
I don't know what just happened.
I do. It was pretty fantastic every time it happens.
What would you do if you walked into the ice cream store, the freezer section of the grocery store, and you're perusing the ice creams, and you're like, this one looks good, this one looks good, this label says closer to human milk.
Let me tell you, Tim, the honest truth. Again, I can only tell you the truth. I will only ever tell you the truth, and this is one of those times. I'm going to walk down that ice cream aisle, I'm going to go, oh my God, this one has a horse on it, and I'm going to buy it.
No. Oh, and then you're going to be sitting in your kitchen not looking at the label at all, other than the pretty picture of the horse, and you're going to dig a spoon in, and you're going to put it in your mouth, and you're going to go, that is an overall satisfying sensory experience.
And then I'll know.
Because you had to have written that. That had to have been your feedback, period. The only person who could have said that.
God, I wish that was the reveal.
I was waiting. You told me that you were only going to tell me the truth. And I was like, here we go. This is the setup for the ultimate punchline. And then you told me that it would have a horse on it, and so you would buy it. And then I was like, no, that is the 100% accurate truth.
Yeah.
There is no joke here.
There's no joke.
God,
there's
damn.
only truth.
Tim, would you try it?
No.
It's an overall high sensory quality experience.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that anything that says closer to human anything.
I don't think that they're going to use that as a selling point on the label.
Yeah, probably not.
They did in the article.
That's because it was about the science of it. They talked a lot about the protein buildup and the different sort of bacteria that were in it that were good for your gut health. Mm-hmm. They did a whole science on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Like, I honestly, like, Jenna has a good point. Like cow milk, goat milk, I don't know why these are okay. But then if you told me it was horse milk, I would not be able to choke it down.
I feel like though
it would be the beef tongue incident all over again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that's like that would be like letting you eat a turkey sandwich though. Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody had been like, "Here's a steak," I'd been like, "Man, this is really good steak." But Jenna made the mistake of being honest with me and telling me it was tongue first.
That's because I can't lie to someone about what the food that's going into their body. I can't do it.
It does not taste bad, but I know what it is, and therefore I cannot eat it.
You did try. You made a valiant effort, and I appreciated that.
And I couldn't deal.
I would try it.
I would eat half the carton before I realized it was genuine horse milk, I feel.
I don't know that I would get that far. I would, if I liked it, I would keep eating it though.
But you know what though? Like, if they made horse cheese, You know Alex would wreck that shit.
100%.
Alex would destroy horse cheese.
I eat all sorts of cheeses. We had cheese from Buffalo. Like, what's
Yeah.
what's the deal?
Italian water buffalo cheese.
Yeah.
I've been to Buffalo.
It's not that buffalo.
Cheese from Buffalo. You know what? Cheese from Buffalo bothers me.
Why?
Like, you just don't
I
like
don't know.
New York cheeses?
Damn it. Don't steal my joke and reuse it. And don't make it better than mine, damn it. That's so rude when y'all take my jokes and make them better. No. I don't know what the hang-up is, but there is a definite hang-up there.
I don't know what that
it doesn't
means.
make sense.
Like
it's the exact same thing as the beef tongue. Like, I'll eat other parts of the cow and it's fine, but you tell me it's a tongue and I'm like, ugh. It's the same thing with buffalo cheese.
So I want to not understand you, but I do have this problem with the nuts. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And
tree nuts?
No, with the nuts of a cow.
Yeah,
specifically
no,
like
can't,
like
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And it may be really good. Like, I'm not even arguing there are people that like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? Good for you. I can't.
I've watched it happen. I watched it happen like every year, and I just couldn't. Like, I've cooked them for people, and I'm just like, I can't do it, man.
And it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, if you're going to eat meat, you may as well be as efficient as you can
100%.
in that process.
Yeah.
Like, I support that. I can't. I would give up eating meat before I would eat that.
I wouldn't give it up.
No,
if I had to eat like
100%.
one set per year in order to keep eating meat, I would probably do it.
Nope. I'd go hang out with Alex and eat bread and cheese.
Yeah.
Do you know that if you ate a polar bear liver that you would die?
Is that right?
I don't.
That is right.
understand.
There's so much vitamin E, I believe it is, in polar bear liver that it would poison you and you would die.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people would eat liver in the first place.
Oh, liver's delicious.
Liver is a filter for garbage. I don't eat the air filter out of my house. I won't eat the filter out of an animal.
I eat liver
That's-
and hearts and kidneys.
Gross.
And
Gross.
I really like offal. It's delicious.
There's a reason they call it awful.
It's not how it's spelled.
I know, but it's the way it's said, and it works. And same thing. If you told me I had to eat that stuff, I'd be like, Alex, where's the nearest bread and cheese restaurant?
And I'd be like, it's my house.
Yeah.
I would just be like, hey, go get an extra plate so that I can have yours.
Yeah.
I'd take Tim to
And I would
the
support you
sandwich
eating
place.
it.
And I would let Tim suffer with me at the sandwich place.
The sandwich place that wouldn't give you a turkey sandwich with no turkey?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. They told me it was impossible.
Fucking bonkers. That's the most bonkers thing I've ever seen.
I would take Tim there, and if he could make it through that experience, then he would be allowed into the bread and cheese club.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Like, seriously, like, as a person sitting here, I support you eating the heart and the liver. Like I said, you should be as efficient as possible. Use as much as possible if we're going to go that route. I'm not going to do it.
That's fine.
I would abandon the practice altogether.
But like, okay, just to kind of change the perspective.
Cheerios.
Just to kind of like change that perspective a little bit. Using every part of the animal doesn't mean you, Tim, physically have to eat every part of the animal. You
Right.
could take that and you could use it to feed another animal that would eventually
Correct.
like go back
Sure.
into your system.
Sure, I'm presenting a scenario where if these were my choices, these are the choices I would make.
I'm just saying you could like feed it to the dogs and then live a happy life eating your turkey sandwiches
Yeah.
and not be exiled to vegetarian land.
Also, chickens and pigs like meat too. So,
I would never If I quit eating meat right now, like if I just stopped, I would never refer to myself as a vegetarian.
Okay. Okay.
What would you refer to yourself as?
I don't know. Probably nothing. I probably just wouldn't tell anybody.
A vegetable enthusiast?
It sounds like a commitment at that point. If once you call yourself a vegetarian, you're like committed to it.
I don't know that
what if I don't make it?
I don't know that you understand the sheer amount of people in this world that will try to feed you meat if you do not explicitly tell them.
But I would fail. I would fail at it.
And the ones who will try to explicitly feed you meat when you do tell them, then they're like, oh, well, I'll fix that. Yeah. It's like, it doesn't need fixing. Thank you.
No. I have felt like a tremendous asshole. I know this has happened to Alex at least twice. Not recently. But where I have straight up forgotten that you don't eat meat. And so I've suggested stuff. Like, hey, you want to try this, Alex? It has meat in it. And I'm like, externally, I'm like, oh, okay. Internally, I'm like, oh, I'm the worst human ever. I am just giant trash.
I hope I wasn't that rude to you when you offered me food.
You were none percent rude. None percent rude. But it was just an internal death that I felt.
No,
because I was like, I have offered meat to the vegetarian. I should be relieved of the duties of life.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like, oh, I'm so glad Tim's not one of those people that I feel like I have to eat this thing that will make me very sick to be polite.
What about, I have a crazy idea. What if we did a horse quiz?
Oh, man. Are you guys ready for a horse quiz?
No.
I'm going to need you to bring your fucking A game. Okay?
No.
I don't have one of those.
It's very important because some of these are minimal clue, all right?
No.
Yep. Oh. You've got this. There's 3 horses. They're all real horses. I'm giving you that off the bat. You've
real
got
vampire
this.
Horses?
Nope. Well, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. But are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for horse number 1? Well, get ready, chumps. Horse number 1 was foaled April 29th, 1994, with the good bone and handsome coloration of his Irish draft horse heritage and gentle workmanlike character cherished in its breed standards.
American Pharaoh.
No.
No, he's Irish draft father.
Oh, I don't know. I thought she was doing a bit where she was going to finally let American Pharaoh be the answer.
Oh, what a funny bit that was placed after the American draft sire. That makes sense. I'm sorry, Tim.
Are you making fun of me? I feel like
I don't think I am. But I can't tell.
I'm too deep in the bit.
I don't know what's happening to me anymore.
Gem
twist. Wouldn't that be awesome if I got it?
Beautiful Jim Key.
No.
Brooklyn's... No, that would have been a long time ago. Lordship's Garofalo.
No.
That was the horse that Roz Cantor rode when she won the 2018 World Championships.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm capable of learning.
And did you see Lordship's Garofalo?
I did.
Recently?
I did. Like the day after we recorded that episode, I saw Roz Cantor riding Lordship's Garofalo, and I was like...
Were they born in 1994?
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, I doubt it.
No.
Snowman?
No.
I don't think we know his sire. We certainly don't. Never mind. That was a dumb guess.
Is that all the clues we're getting, or is there another clue?
No,
There's no other clues.
I've got more.
Okay,
That's
let's have
it, Tim.
more.
Nope,
Well, she
that's
said
it.
minimal.
I said some. I said some of them.
Okay.
He scored the highest confirmation marks of the 1997 inspections in Ireland, and following a sale to Jim and Karen Leary, became the only registered Irish draft stallion ever performance tested and approved in America by the Irish Horse Board.
This is one of those where, like, I know that I've read about this horse, but the memory is distant, and there was never any retention of the name or anything like that.
I have no idea. Like, I have zero basis for goofs even at this point.
There is a very, very certain subset of horse girl who is screaming right now.
Absolutely.
Blue jeans?
It's not blue jeans.
Miley Cyrus's horse?
That's Hannah Montana's horse, thank you.
Sorry, my bad. Completely
No,
different
wait,
person.
Miley, what was her name? Miley, I forget. Miley Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
This is going to be so obvious once we get it.
I don't think it
is-
will.
I think it will. Not to
think
Tim, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to go to Google?
Yeah.
Probably. It would be awesome if this was like a joke on like the O'Leary cow. Because never mind. That would be stupid. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And go.
O'Leary's Irish Diamond?
Yes.
Why would anybody be screaming about that?
I'm gonna find
We're
out.
all screaming about that. Look at this
Are you-
Breyer model. Am I looking at the Breyer model? Yes.
Okay. Pretty, right?
Uh-huh.
I wish I could have it.
Oh, so this is... Oh, are you telling us for your Christmas list? Is this... Hang on. Is this quiz what you want for Christmas?
Well, it was only produced from 2009 to 2012, so... Yeah. Sure, fuck it.
Every answer is something I want.
I think that's just kind of been the horse quiz, period. I want this horse. I want this horse.
I want
this horse. I want this horse. Are you ready for horse number 2?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
All right. Horse number 2 is one of horse racing's undisputed leading ladies.
Ruffian.
No.
God damn. I would say she was an undisputed
Oh.
leading lady.
Big on, demon.
Lordship's Garofalo.
Tim, not every horse can be Lordship's Garofalo.
I don't know that you're right.
You don't
I
know
do.
that she's wrong.
American Pharaoh.
It's not American Pharaoh either. Would you like
Pepto Bismol
more?
Small. Yes.
No.
Yes.
In her racing days, this elegant bay filly had the speed and stamina to beat America's fastest colts and set a few records of her own. She has even posed for Vogue magazine and has a line of vintage wines named after her.
Why do I want to say native dancer, but that is so wrong. But there's maybe along those lines? Somewhere along those lines? Oh, God. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. There's no way to know.
There's a lot of wines.
There's a lot of wines.
I was trying to think of wines with horses on them, and there's a lot of wines with horses on them, too.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And it's vintage wines, so it's not even like necessarily ones that you would like see in like the $12 bottle of wine section.
I feel attacked.
Why?
Like I would drink $12 wine.
Yeah,
$12
that's the
wine is the
only-
best wine, for the record. That's the wine that you should be drinking.
That's the
Anything
wine
else
that
is
when
like,
I give to people, they're happy.
yeah. Anything else is like I wanted to feel fancy but not actually enjoy myself.
Which is my life.
I wanted to feel fancy but not actually enjoy myself?
I'm here for a long time, not a good time.
Okay.
Are you turning bougie? Maybe my sinus infection wasn't the only thing that's catching. Did you catch the bougie?
Bum, 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 bougie.
I'll let Shannon pick out one hotel for us, and now all of a sudden, nothing is good enough anymore.
Now
If
everything
it
must
doesn't have a
chandelier.
royal tower.
What do we call them? Chandeliers?
Chandeliers, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call them now. No, I have no idea. I'm going to need more.
A daughter of Medaglia de Oro from the 49er granddaughter Lotta Kim, this horse was originally owned by breeder Dolphus Morrison, who named the filly after his granddaughter, and his partner Michael Loffer. At first, Morrison planned to sell the filly, but her speed prompted him to race her.
All right, so we just have to think of human names for this horse.
Alex.
Well,
There's Alex's Lemonade. But that wasn't named after his granddaughter. That was named after a child that had cancer. And then he raced in the Kentucky Derby and raised money. Rose.
Rose is a good one. Alice.
Beatrice.
Harold
My next
Hark,
guess.
Nonagesimus.
no, that's our cat, who is probably currently scratching at your door.
Yeah.
Yay. Tina.
And I hear Gideon Nav outside of mine.
Yeah, Gideon is being loud right now.
Yeah. This horse, so it's two names, right? It's the first and middle name of the granddaughter.
There's no possible way to know.
Is there not? Okay.
No, I got nothing.
Nothing.
I love this.
Are there any more clues, or are we begging for Google?
I don't know that there's anything that's going to get you there. I'm scanning my notes now. I don't think there's anything that's going to get you there.
Us names of people that are associated with people with the names that we're trying to guess? I bet Tim would nail that one. It would be like
All
movie
right.
names or something.
I could do that.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, all right. Batman's girlfriend who gets burned alive.
Tim, you know this one.
Why
Answer-
can I not?
answer the
I
question.
can think of the two actresses that played this person.
Yeah.
Who were they?
And it's Katie Holmes and it's Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of the character's name. What on earth is happening to me
I
right
love
now?
that. I super love that for you.
You'll get there. You got this.
I can see Christian Bale saying this name, and I can't think
Yeah.
of the name right now.
That's fantastic to me.
What's the other name?
The other one is a name that we all know very well.
Okay.
Jenna.
No,
Emily.
it's not Emily.
It's a name that we all know very well.
Yeah.
Casey.
No.
Oh, I know it. It's got to be Amy.
Does it?
Okay.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
Oh, I just assumed that had to be it.
Who do we know well?
Yeah. Yeah, who?
I've named all the people. Shannon? Is it Shannon?
It's not Shannon.
I've named all the people I know well at this point.
Okay. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know them that well. That's hilarious.
God damn it. Is somebody going to listen to this and be like, I can't believe you forgot me. You know me so well. Is it Pony?
God.
It's not Pony. That's
It's
not a human
Pony.
name.
No.
Somebody's going to be mad at me because I've forgotten them entirely and their existence.
Veronica?
No.
Good Veronica.
Good, Veronica. I tossed something perfectly in the kitchen yesterday, and I was like, "Good, Veronica." I was like, "Why am I like this?"
That's amazing. I know a couple Jesses pretty well.
Okay, it's not Jess.
Fucking hell. I've never met anyone.
Tim, you know this person very well. For sure.
Tim, name everyone you know.
Alex and Jenna?
Okay.
It's not Jenna.
And it's a typically female name?
I mean, yeah. Although you can shorten it to where it's not.
So the second one is Alex, then, is what you're saying.
Well, but
Al.
like,
Short Alexa?
no,
Alexis.
Keep going. Make it longer. Let's go.
Oh.
Alexandria?
Is it Alexandria?
Minus a little bit. Like minus one little.
Alexandra?
Oh, there we go. That's the second name. You got that. We're good. Now get that first one.
And the first one was Batman's girlfriend who got burned.
Yeah, Batman's
Yes.
girlfriend, who was also the DA's girlfriend.
Katie Holmes.
Yeah. So like you're sitting there, you see Harvey Dent in the
Yeah,
gasoline,
and he screams.
and he's screaming at her. Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah.
saying, save her, save
Yeah, yeah, It's also a biblical name.
Mary?
No.
Shit. I'm just thinking of names of people that I know that are very Christian.
It's
I feel
also
like
an
that might
Animorphs
get me.
name.
What?
Cassie? Rachel? Rachel.
Yes.
Rachel Alexandra.
Okay, then. There we go. Good job.
Rachel.
Rachel's a biblical name? Who knew?
Yeah, dude.
Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Not me. I didn't know.
Rachel Dawes?
Yeah, that's...
Rachel Dawes. Why was that so hard for me?
I don't know, because I tried to help as best I could to get you to the answer, Tim.
Why would I know that name very well?
Why would you know Batman's burned girlfriend? Because you've seen 86 Batmen.
The name that you were supposed to know very well was Alex.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't think that counted.
God.
I don't think anyone knows
That
Alex
was
very
such a
well.
struggle. I'm like, maybe you don't know her.
Never met her. Don't wanna.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys ready for horse number 3?
Yes.
Clearly not.
I mean, you're not going to get it, but I want to talk about this horse so bad. Okay.
all right, let's rage.
This horse is an American paint horse and was purchased in 1995 at an auction in Florida by Tommy Turvey to perform a new act in the circus.
Fuck. I know Tommy Turvey. Why don't I know his horse?
Oh yeah, then maybe
I've
you will
seen
get
this act.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
I will because I
It's
can't. Because
so
Veronica
good.
knows Tommy. They're
Really?
friends. Or acquaintances at least. I don't know about
Good
friends, but yeah,
Veronica.
she knows him. Good Veronica. And I can picture him with this horse laying there on his back, doing tricks.
Porter Tom.
No, I mean you're going the right direction with some of this stuff.
That almost makes it worse.
Yeah, because
I tend to get further away when she tells me that. Railroad Mike.
Jim.
Yeah. I just say words and then a name, and then we hope that it gets us there.
Yeah. Pistol Pete.
Airplane Dick.
Nope.
Airplane Richard to you.
You want more info?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
His flashy white tail, black mane, and unique markings and bunny brand on his rump were what attracted Tommy to this horse. He quickly learned that this horse was unruly, and it would take him a lot to get him to come around. He worked with him night and day as they performed in front of crowds and traveled from city to city. Tommy even slept next to him for months to create their special bond, which is evident today.
If it's not Playboy Pony, then I don't want it.
It's not.
He's got a bunny brand.
He does have a bunny brand.
He is a horse.
Hugh Hefner.
Horsey Hugh.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Stewball.
No.
Stewball.
No.
Chocolate.
Those are the names of the horses in the book we just read. Timothy.
Was it Lager Frank?
No.
Barry.
Oh, Barry's good. Barry's
Do you-
a good one.
No.
It's from the book.
Do you want me to give you
Topsy?
things? Do you want me to give you things that might get
Yes,
you to the name,
yes.
or do you want me to keep giving you facts about this horse?
No.
Okay.
Let's go for the
When
name.
we're done, you should look at this horse and also watch videos of it, Tim. Because this is so funny. It's so goddamn funny. All right. Lady Gaga song Coffee.
Bad Romance Colombian.
I like this. This is fun.
Poker Face.
Poker is, I feel like, right there.
Poker. Seattle's Best. Poker Cappuccino.
Why did you drop
Poker.
part of it?
Oh, Poker Face?
That's the name of the song.
Yeah. Okay. Poker Face.
Poker Face Java.
Oh, you're so close.
God damn it.
I can't think of coffees now.
If it's close to Java, it has to be like cafe au lait, like Poker Face, cafe, Poker Face.
Poker Face Dark Roast.
Poker Face Drip. That's a name of a horse Austin would have. Would
That
be
is
Poker Face Drip.
Absolutely. I mean, check this horse's drip, though. He got 4 white socks, a white tail, a black mane, and then like this white stripe on his withers. It's so pretty.
Poker Face Macchiato.
Poker Face Bosie.
I'm convinced that you guys just do this.
I wish that I were that devious.
I know.
I'm an
Crazy.
idiot.
Poker Face.
Java was close. Java was closer.
Yeah.
Head back that direction.
Yeah.
Poker Face Joe.
Hey, get it, Tim. Nice. Nice.
Poker Face Joe is one of the better horse names that I've heard.
Honestly, it is.
Like, most of them sound like just a chaotic train wreck of words. Poker Face Joe is good.
Yeah. And he does sometimes shorten it to Poker Joe, so
And Poker Joe is also good. Pandora's Sweet Relief is a very good one.
that's a very
That's
fucking
one of
good
the
horse name.
other ones that's like really up there for me.
It's pretty good.
You know who else has really good horse names?
Who?
Nate?
The horses. He's one of them.
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Steve. Anonymous Steve.
Philip T. Keating, Steve Lake's boyfriend?
Yeah. What do all these people have in common?
So far, they're all male podcasters.
Fucking patriarchy. What if I were to add Olivia's name into it?
Oh, then they're just cool people that have metal horses in the barn.
There we go. That's what I was going for. Why don't you tell us all of them, Alex?
Yeah, I guess I could probably get that together. Do you want me to start with ours?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We have Moose Jaw McGraw, Big Thick Martingale, Beta Ray Philly. Those are our horses in the metal barn. And they're metal as fuck. Just like Hot Lava SpaghettiOs, who's Nate's horse. Iron Meriden, which is Philip D. Keating, who is Stevie Lake's boyfriend's horse. Day Old Donuts the Third, which is Anonymous Steve's horse, and I've never doxed him, not once. We also have Dimebag from Matt Alman, who I've met One time, marital combat from Catastrophe, whose name will always be metal in my head. Glue Factory from Bean, who forged his horse in the fires from whence he came, Mount Doom. There is a Lord of the Rings thing. We're going back to the original. You know, he forges stuff. Get it together, guys. That's the joke. Pony Hawk from Olivia, who gets a metal name because she's awesome. Second L. Second fucking L. God fucking damn it, Lost Limey. God fucking. You have 2 L's in your name. I'm taking your second L. The second L from Lost Amy. There you go. Suck it, nerd. Ronnie from Scott.
Oh my god. You're killing me. Oh.
Outro.
I hate that I told you to do that to me. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate that I told you to do that transition. This is a nightmare. Wow. This brings our podcast to an end, similarly to the way that wildfire ended a fuck ton of their belongings that they just left on the mountain. Anyways, thanks for listening to Horse Girls. If you want to know when new episodes are posted or share your observations of this positively academic podcast, follow us on Facebook at Horse Girls Podcasts, Twitter and Instagram at Horse Girls Cast. If you want to buy some radical shirts and things, visit duckduckjenna.com, America's most beloved search engine to search for one thing, and that is Horse Girls merch. Do you want to take our relationship to the next level? Of course you do. This entire episode is all of our evidence. You're welcome. You can become part of our barn at horsegirls.club or patreon.com/horsegirls, where we have a veritable plethora of things to offer you, like content, but more importantly, horses in the barn. You can also find us at singlethoughtconnection.com, THOTE. If you want to find us on other podcasts, you can. We do them. If you like TTRPGs, check out Dungeons and Drakenbeams, Late Starters, and Dragon Knight Adventure Friends. Night as in the nighttime with an N, and not night with a K. If you bring a knight to a night fight, then you will have a bad time. Get it straight. If you like Animorphs, check out Animorphs Anonymous. Surprise. We also do Surprise Attack Book Club. If you are betwitched by Jenna, check out Jenna's Twitch at twitch.tv/JennaChill with one singular L. And if you put a second L in there, I will find your name. I will find out it has 2 L's, and I will take that second L away, and then I will tell you, suck it, nerd. And if you want to know if I'll make good on that threat, rewind this podcast about 2 minutes or so and just listen. And you'll find out that threat's not even fake. That's real. It's real, people. If you like me, can't get enough of Tim, check out his beautiful Appalachian voice on The Way We Haunt Now. And if you think our episode art is hella cute, that's because it is. It was created by KCD, who writes and illustrates a webcomic called B-Side You, which you can read for free at bsideyoucomic.com. May the nuts ever stick to your roof.
Don't bring a knight to a night fight.
Yeah.
I want that on a shirt, but I think seeing it on a shirt would ruin it.
Yeah,
It's an audible joke.
It's an audible joke.
Yeah. Which way is it, though?